What's going on, traders? Hope you've had a wonderful week so far. It is Thursday, June 29th, and here we are looking at the daily chart of the Spider ETF. Markets were up just slightly today, about $1.72, 0.39%. Final print coming in at 438.11. Before we get into our plan and analysis, a reminder that this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Alright, so we're watching the daily chart here, and did not get a video out to YouTube yesterday, kept that one private, but that being said, we are watching, and we were talking about the previous plan, this possible bull flag setting up here for the move higher, and we did try to push up over this key 437.50 area. Really want to see 438 hold, but there are plenty of supports below that can be defended for this long trade, as we still look for this gap to be filled and for us to have the potential to come back up to retest that 40.40. So I'll be watching that. Besides this bull flag here, we are also watching this potential inverted head and shoulders, right? This being the head, shoulder, shoulder, okay, and this kind of general zone here is the neckline. So I'm going to mark it off here like so. So let's see if we can get some continuation to the upside. It is, of course, the markets are closed on Tuesday. I don't expect much volatility or too much going on in the market on Friday, but let's see if they give us any fireworks. We already were blessed with a trend day on Tuesday. Will we get two in a row? The odds are, not as high, considering the market's main mode of transportation is consolidation. But let's see. We are setting up on the daily for a potential bigger move. Now, the only thing I want to mention here, you can see these highs here. I'm watching this upper trend line as we've coming in. You could even make a case on the hourly for a potential rising wedge type of situation, but really, it is, doesn't really mean anything unless we really start to break this trend line. And here I'll draw out the wedge there just so you can see it. I did post a chart of my ES. And if you want to take a look on my Twitter at _SharkTrader, it is up there as well, so you can kind of get a visualization. But this, yes, there is potentially a direct trade idea. Of course, markets are closed right now. A direct trade idea up against here, but again, there's so many supports here and we've been just seeing the dips being bought continuously, that I would be less interested in directly just shorting here. If the market was open, you might get a nice little scalp, sure, but I'd still would rather personally be focusing on the long trade here, as we have obviously this swing low here. So these are all uptrend channel here overall, but if we do start to crack this trend line and start to lose that 437 area, then we could see some possible retracements back down into that 436 zone, which is hourly POC here, which could be defended as well. And that area was important, pretty much the low today. We did break below just slightly in the morning, but that was eaten back up, and then we saw higher prices, right? So I definitely like to plan. Of course, I always talk about having a bull and bear case every day, and that way you're just set up to react to your levels and to the price action, instead of just trying to predict ahead of time where the market is going to be going, and you are prepared no matter what happens in the market. And it's just simply a function of executing. right? So we are still nicely firmly over the daily 9 at 435.57. So that is very nice today, and that is pretty much where we came into the lows, right? When we came in down here, what was the low? 435.54. So we pretty much tagged that daily 9 as it's starting to move back up and has been recaptured over the last a few sessions. So encouraging to see that it has been supported and was bought back up. So the ball was really in the bull's court to make this move up through and higher, and to potentially fill this gap, or for them to fail and we come back into the range, right? So all right, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to go over on the daily chart. The other thing is, at least for as far as this, chart is concerned, we are extremely above value here, and so that is definitely something worth noting. But if we take a look at the 3-year, let's see where we are. We still have plenty of room back up to basically 450. So we'll be watching that. And if we do get that push over 440, it wouldn't surprise me if we continue to hold, that we make it up into at least to 448, and potentially come into this breakdown candle area here, 448 to 450. So that would be interesting to see as well. All right, so let's get into some of the day trading fibs here that we have been watching, and then we'll go into the range for tomorrow. Let's go a little bit more time. Okay. All right, so that 437 area, and I'll probably be talking about it again here when we move to our other chart here, looking at the balance range. But as we go over the fibs here, you definitely want to be watching this general area, the 23.6, so around 439, 439.50. It isn't much to get to, for that 440, but over that, as we were saying before, is going to be, our target for that long, and then seeing about the higher prices if we do actually get a confirmation. But that would really be very encouraging overall, especially if we come back, retest, and then we move up higher. Will that happen tomorrow? I don't know. But we could see a scenario where we do drive up higher, we kind of clip in this area, it's about $1 away, and then we do a fake break over, and then they push us back down. It'd be great to have a trend day, but like I said, I don't know if we're going to get 2 in a row in a week, but they could do something where they lull in the late longs and then trap them and then sell it back down, and just to end up hanging out back in this range in between this 437 and 438 zone, and just kind of bounce around in that area. Ideally for me, I would rather see some type of selling come into the market in the morning, where we come back and test some of these key areas, and that gives us a better risk to reward. I wouldn't really feel comfortable personally longing anything up into this area right here. I would like a little bit of a retracement. You can see the the 30-minute Momo here getting a little hot, but doesn't mean it can't continue and get hotter, but it is getting a little bit to that overbought level. Only the 30-minute chart though. I think the hourly is a bit closer. So a little bit of a reset here in the morning and in the after hours would be nice, and then beneficial to the bulls to make that final push higher. Also be, of course, watching 436 today. Today's swing low as we came down there, kind of lining up with that daily 9 here. So if we come back into this area, it could be another area where some calls could work out. and some long trades, maybe those 437 calls, or 438, anything like that, or just right at the money. But if we do take out this swing low, and certainly if we take out 430, 480 area, I'll be watching, with these key zones. You do get these fake breaks, right? And this was around that 4040 area on SPY. So I'll be watching this too. I'm not going to be just rushing in. If we broke this, we broke the 50% retracement, I'm going short. You'd have to see some decent selling come back and retest, and then see the selling come back in to see that this actually has done its SR flip. If it just comes down, I hate breakout trading personally, and these wicks here are exactly a reason why. And we saw them again today in the morning. Not that I ever trade any options right in the morning, but you saw it again today, breaking 437 and trying to break 436 at POC, but then just bought right back up, and then we moved higher again. So the bulls are in control without a doubt, so we can't deny that. So I'm really not too interested in shorts at all personally, but we got a plan for every type of situation. All right, so let's look at our ranges really quick before we close out everything for the day. This 437 area, again, we've talked about it. This is that halfway gap within the balance zone. We are testing the top of the range here, and right by value area highs on the hourly chart. So, we could see a little bit of cool down in futures and everything in after hours, but like I said, that is wanted and needed in my opinion, so we can get a little bit of a reset here. And then give us the opportunity to move up higher. But really, as long as that 437 can hold, that is an encouraging sign for higher prices. But again, these big levels, like I was talking about earlier, a fake break below, it came all the way down to nearly to the low a day. But really, it was low, higher, low, higher, low. Well, this one's about a double bottom. But really nice, subsequential higher lows. So we can't deny that the bulls overall, of course, like I said, they've been in control, bigger picture for a while, but at least here in the short term, as we watch this potentially work itself out. Now, we were talking about that bias too, right? I could draw that as a rising wedge, right? But I could also, well, I don't really have 3 points of contact, but it is there. But here, it also just looks like an uptrend channel as well, right? And then if you wanted to be, super bearish and confirm anyone, your puts and all this, yeah, you can make it a little bit tighter. But, to me, knowing your key levels are way more important than some type of pattern, because they're more important in my opinion. So anyway, so under 437 with some confirmation, I'll watch for that, for potential moves down into the lower part of the range. But even under 437, you got $1 down to POC here at 436, and then really we got to take out 430, 435.70 and 435. And even then, we still have all this area that was defended, the previous day. So unless we break really under 434, 50, 55 area, shorts don't really interest me that much. I'm going to need a lot of confirmation, just so many areas being bought before I even think about going short personally. But that doesn't mean that there couldn't be opportunities. I don't really like to scalp too much, so but it doesn't mean, if the markets were open now and I took this trade, from 38 to 37, $1 move in SPY, that's not bad. And then even from 37 down to 36 area, another $1. But you can't anticipate whether it's going to go from here and break this and then break that and break that. You just don't know. But that's why you're always taking profits as it moves in your direction, and you're not swinging for those home runs, right? So yeah, let's watch that 437 tomorrow. But I'll still be in buy the dip mode for the most part. And one boy watching 436.15 is his point of control, that whole little zone there, and the bottom part of this range to be defended, like it was yesterday or Wednesday, I should say, and you know, that may open up some nice opportunities for even better risk to reward for the longs. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to go over. Let me think here. I think that's about it. Let's see what we get tomorrow. Remember, it is Friday, as I was saying, so let's just be careful. You had a great week. You know, no reason to be a hero. If we have some extraordinary circumstances where we're breaking out of the range, you know, tech looks strong, and you know, markets overall looking strong. Qs are moving up, IWMs are moving up. You know, we have nice confluence on all the indices moving in the same direction, and it might look like some type of trend day. All right, well then we'll have to analyze that in the morning, and we might have a special situation. But I don't know. And then, you know, when we have that type of day, okay, then it's a day that, you know, maybe, you know, we love those Friday trendies that we can press on the gas a little bit. But the odds of having two in 1 week, I don't know. It's not very high, but it is a possibility. So let's see. Either way, we'll take it level to level. That's all we can do. Plan for both scenarios, bearish and bullish, and then just react. So let's see if we finally get that 440 we've been looking for here for a while. Alright guys, well, if the video has provided some value to me, it would mean a ton if you give the channel a follow, a thumbs up on the video as well. Really helps us get out to more of YouTube. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, feel free to hit that notification bell, so that way you are alerted every time we post new updates about the market. Alright, I wish you the best of luck on your trading tomorrow. Let's close out the week strong. Follow your plan, follow your rules, and let's have a great Friday. All right, take care.